What's going on, guys? I'm Zach from the Lumios Post, where we talk about all things Pokemon, and today we'll be talking about the newest batch of Pokemon that is, at least at the time of recording, that is Cetitan, Fidough, and Paldean Wooper. We're going to be talking about their origins, how they tie into the themes of the game, all that fun stuff. So without further ado, let's jump right in with Paldean Wooper. Paldean Wooper is based off of the Iberian Newt, which is actually very promising for this little guy's evolution, be it Quagsire or if it's something else entirely. But the Iberian Newt has these ribs that it can kind of inject out of its body and inject venom through it. So think like Wolverine, but able to inject venom through his claws. Very, very cool. And that seems to be what Paldean Wooper is based off of, what with it getting the skeletal-like feature on its abdomen and the antenna kind of becoming little bones sticking out, so it looks like a skull and crossbones. That also would explain the poison type, and I think that this little guy is going to be poisoning things as it evolves, and it gets either, I'm blanking off the top of my head, but it's either Poison Touch or Poison Point as an ability, which again would line up with this Iberian Newt, so that's definitely what's going on there. Next up, we have Fidough. Fidough is obviously a dog made out of dough. Now, I have seen some speculation that it could be based off of a Pomeranian or other types of dog breeds. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's very clear yet. I think this is just supposed to be a dog made out of dough, and it's not a specific animal. Think like a balloon animal is just, a balloon-like dog. It's just a dog. It's not really anything specific. I think that Fidough is going to be the exact same way. It may gain some inspiration from a specific animal as it evolves, but currently I don't think that we can safely say that it's one dog breed or another. I do think that Fidough is supposed to be a play on words off of the phrase purebred, because Fidough is made out of dough, so he's pure bred. Obviously, purebred normally means like a dog that is not a mix of breeds. So think like if you have a Labrador that is a purebred Labrador, it doesn't have other dogs in its genes. It's just a Labrador. Whereas other dogs, like my own dog, is a mix of maybe 1, 2, or in my dog's case, like 50 different breeds. So I think that that's what Fidough is supposed to be a play off of. And, I don't think that we're seeing anything specific yet, but we could as it evolves. However, the dough thing is important because dough, pastries, those kinds of things are very, very common in Europe, and of course Spain and Portugal are part of Europe and thus take participation in the whole pastry game as well. So next up is Cetitan. Cetitan is the Terra whale Pokemon, so it is a whale, but it's on land. This could be drawing inspiration from how a lot of scientists believe that the whale evolved from a land creature. So, this could be that land creature. It could also just be they threw in a whale and they made it bipedal, because there are a lot of whales in the Mediterranean Sea, which, of course, is right there at Spain and Portugal, and there's tons of different cetacean species, and it was kind of a given we'd get a whale. I'm glad they did it, and I'm glad it looks this good. It was kind of a given just because of how popular whales and dolphins and porpoises are in this area. We definitely can see some inspirations from a narwhal. I don't think it's pure narwhal, but I think it draws from it. I think just like how Cantonium Rapidash was supposed to be more horse than unicorn, but they gave it a unicorn feature. I think that's kind of what they're going for here. Is Cetitan is supposed to be a whale, but they gave it a narwhal feature because, that's awesome. And I also think that it's supposed to be a white whale. So think about, Moby Dick was supposed to be a white whale, and just those old sea stories go hand in hand with Spain and Portugal, because these guys were like leaders in the Age of Exploration, which was a time with a lot of sailing. So again, this Pokemon's really cool, and when you know its origins, it's all the better. But now we're going to get into why these Pokemon tie into the themes of the game. So in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, we have multiple themes. We have the Age of Exploration theme and the traditional versus innovation theme. Now, the traditional versus innovation, or past versus future, whatever you want to call it, this is pretty obvious because, of course, you have Koraidon and Miraidon. One is more primal looking, one is more futuristic looking. That's where that's coming from. And as for the Age of Exploration, it's because Spain and Portugal were heavy players in the Age of Exploration, which was a real-life thing where people were racing around trying to explore things, expand trade, advance their kingdom, all this. And this is GameFreak's Age of Exploration. Think about how you now have a open world Pokemon game, so you can freely explore it. It is GameFreak's Age of Exploration. Furthermore, with this whole treasure hunt theme, that even more adds to the Age of Exploration theme going on. So yeah, how do these Pokemon tie into it though? Well, with Fidough, Age of Exploration, this is an easy explainer. It's dough, it's, pastries, it's food, it's culture in a Pokemon. And that's one thing that was being spread in the Age of Exploration, was cultures were spreading and blending, and, foods were going to other places, and crops were going to other places, and just all this mixing around. So Fidough's kind of the imports and exports of it all. Paldean Wooper is a Spanish animal, and to be honest, they spread Spanish animals too. So yeah, also with the whole skull and crossbones thing, we could end up seeing a disease theme in Paldean Wooper, and unfortunately that was a really big thing that spread during the Age of Exploration. So Paldean Wooper might be a grueling reference to that. As for Cetitan, like I said, this is your Moby Dick, this is your white whale, this is what you're chasing after, this is the old sea creature from the cool pirate stories and sailor stories that the sailors would tell each other at the port and say, oh, I came across a sea monster when I was traveling to the New World. Cetitan is a representation of this type of story, which is really cool and makes it all the better. It's also partly inspired by a Ninjin too, which is a Japanese cryptid, which all the more ties into the whole sea creatures, old sailor tales kind of thing. So that's where that's coming from. Now, how do these tie into tradition versus innovation? Well, to be honest, I think we're now starting to see, while I was able to make a case for past Pokemon, I think we're now starting to see a transition away from that. With Paldean Wooper, I guess you could say it's tradition versus innovation, just in the sense that it's a Pokemon that over time evolved to get a different appearance and all. So that's really it. With Fidough, it could be a thing of, this is tradition, this is, baking, this is a Pokemon that is, it even talks about in its description on the official website, it's a Pokemon that has been with humans for a long time because it's so beneficial to them. And so it could be a kind of reference to how we used to use animals, and that was kind of where we got everything, but now we've kind of traded off animals for technology. Maybe we'll see another puppy Pokemon that is robotic or technical, and these two will kind of be like, I guess, rivals to each other. Then we have Cetitan. Cetitan, I think, is just a representation of innovation versus tradition, in the sense that it's kind of a blend of multiple things. It's not the creature that whales are said to evolve from, but it does have some pools from it, as well as some pools from current whales. So it's like it's pulling from primal things, but also current things. So that's kind of how Cetitan ties into it all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to let me know in the comments below which of these three are you picking up onto your team, and let me know anything I miss about their origins, how they tie into these themes, all that fun stuff. Be sure to also like, subscribe, hit the bell for notification. As we get more Pokemon, we will be explaining their origins too, so you don't want to miss that. Until next time, I will see all of you later.